Hey guys, it's Bree Simulated here. Today we are back with the solid color challenge. For this time we are doing the color grey. So basically the good old Gertrude Grey here is a little, I'm not sure if she's actually an elder, but she's a lady, and I felt kind of inspired with when I did my white solid color challenge build, and I really loved her so much, so I sort of wanted to recreate her again because I just loved that style and that vibe so much, but I wanted to make it a more modern, trendy kind of feel as well. So this is more relevant in her house than her outfits. Some of the outfits are quite trendy, but her house definitely shows that she is quite modern and trendy and snazzy, definitely. So she has a little kitty cat, whereas the other lady had a dog. So she's got a little cat. I was going to add in a second sim, but I decided against it. And I thought the cat was just so cute, and for once the cat actually looks like normal. The cat isn't like a purple colour, like there's nothing crazy going on. But here we are jumping on into the build. I decided to do quite a modern exterior with those little juts using the wall pieces that I have definitely stolen the idea from the Sim Supply. James Turner is such a build inspiration for me. Like, I suck at building, but the inspiration I get from him makes it so much better. So what I did here with these plants is sort of do these little juts with the walls, and I used a different paint colour on those walls eventually, and I put plants in there to get a touch of greenery in the front of the house. And using this thinner foundation, that's what it's called, the thinner foundation, it makes the house look a lot more modern and sleek rather than using a big bulky brick one, because the house's foundation is only very small. It's just a little step up. Literally, like the stairs that I put there is like one step, like there's not even any point. I'm pretty sure the Sims can get up this on their own anyway, but I do have to replace the door and whatnot because it does intersect, so go ahead and do that with the archway and replace the door, and it's all good. It works all Gucci. But basically, because it was grey, I knew it was going to be quite drab, but I thought, like, this lady, even though I said that she'd be quite modern, so she's quite like modern and sleek and doesn't really care too much, like, oh, my house isn't very colourful. Nah, she does not care. She's just, my house is practical. Well, it's not really even that practical, it's so little, but her house was affordable, let's just say that. I'd have to check, but I'm pretty sure this is a starter house. Like, you could move into this straight off the bat. Once again, stealing a little idea from the Sim Supply, doing this little pattern with the roof. Basically, I did these little sim triangle things and left in the concrete that it filled in automatically. So it creates a little bit of shade there, just making sure that it was all the diamond and triangle shapes, none of the other bits were filled in. So you still do get some light through there, but I imagine that it's a bit covered off, a bit shaded off, because they do put a seat under there. So I imagine even on a hot sunny day, you can still sit under there and not get too hot. And also when it's raining, if it's just raining lightly, you can still sit under there and get some coverage from the rain. So the reason why I did that big wall piece is because I had these big huge windows there, and because it is quite a small house, having too many bulky curtains would have just not been a good idea. So having that wall that creates some privacy from her neighbours, so she can sit in her lounge room without her pants on and nobody will see her. So the two small rooms are the same. Are they the same size? Her bedroom and her bathroom are the same size, guys. This is the bathroom here, as you can see. I'm using a lot of the stuff from the fitness stuff pack. I only just got this recently, so it's still a lot of fun and I'm still exploring it. You guys have probably had it for ages, so yeah, basically I'm getting it in and getting in a whole heap of things for the bathroom, jamming it all in there. It's quite a big spacious bathroom now that I realise it is the same size as her bedroom. Her bedroom is very small. It's the same size as the bathroom, so she could probably just sleep in the shower and it'd be better, but it's very cramped and she only has a single bed. Once again, I imagine she is a strong, independent woman who ain't need no man or woman. She just needs a cat. So I get in a wardrobe down the end of the bed. This might not work. I'm not sure if there is enough room for her to get into that bed. If not, just delete either the bedside table or the wardrobe and it should work fine. But yeah, basically I got those windows in above the bed in the little ruts, so it's like plant window. Like, it makes it look really modern from the front. And then getting these windows in the bedroom and kitchen and bathroom, so that we actually have some light into this house, which will make it look a lot bigger once we get that light in. So here I'm getting in the kitchen table. This does end up moving a little bit, and that's because I realize we have no room for a couch if we do that. So I don't think we actually do get a couch. In the end, we get an armchair, because I imagine she's living on her own. she doesn't need anyone besides her and her cat, so she would just have an armchair and a poof. You can sit on that poof ottoman. I'm not sure what it's called. A poof. You can sit on that. I'm pretty sure you can still walk through there, if not delete the poof. And I wanted to get in this keyboard, but I don't end up getting it because I realize we actually need things for the cat. In this video, you don't see me put in the cat bowl, but don't worry, I do add it into the backyard. It's outside in the end. And once again, I imagine she's like, I don't want the cat food all over the floor in my house. Oh, I'll put the bowl outside. So yeah, the cat bowl goes outside near the barbecue. It's all good. The cat isn't going to starve. For once, I actually do remember the cat bowl. And I don't know if I get the cat a bed. If I do, it might be outside, but I imagine that the cat would sleep inside on the poof. Like the cat would sit there and she would sit on the chair and watch TV. But it's probably more realistic that when they watch the TV, they're going to do it at the dining table because it's closer to the TV. I think the game automatically... Oh no, I do get a cat bed in. Yeah, that's why I get rid of the keyboard. She can't play the keyboard anymore. But her cat has a litter tray and a bed and a scratching post, so that's good news. Basically just getting the grey drab wallpaper and flooring and tiling in at the moment. I really do actually love this kitchen. I think it reminds me a lot of a hotel. The kitchen and the TV and the dining table. It reminds me of when you stay in a little hotel and they have like a little kitchenette, but this is her house. So it's kind of small, but that's fine, that's fine. She's fine with it because she's quite simplistic, I think. And just getting in some curtains over these windows because even though they are quite high up, she would definitely want to block out the sun. I found it quite difficult to find curtains that would go without blocking off the whole thing, so I just got these rut ones I imagine she could pull across if she wanted some more sunlight. And I do move that photo frame that I just put there because I end up putting a window there because from the front there are like 3 windows in where the bedroom is, but there's 4 modern slots with the plants. So yeah, as you can see on those windows where I have that big wall with the big huge windows, I do 2 curtains at either end that I imagine you could pull across. But I don't fill up the whole thing because I felt there was no need to because of the wall, whereas if this was a bigger house, I would probably do the big 2 square curtains on each window and then have 1 window free. But because of that, I do not. And I get in some mirrors as well in this house because it makes it appear a bit bigger, especially in that entranceway when you're first walking in. That is quite cramped, that little hallway, so I thought it looked good like that. Just getting in some little decorations here and there to make the house a little bit more lived in. But I do imagine she keeps the place quite drab because it is quite small. Got her in a little statue that looks exactly like her little kitty cat, which I thought was so cute. And now I'm just adding in some touches of green because it was quite drab and grey and it looked like death. So I got in some plants to add some life into this place. I imagine that these are all real plants. She would take care of them. And just getting in some bamboo outside, using that bamboo segment as a bit of privacy from the front yard to the backyard, obviously because from the street you can see straight into her entertaining area, which is not good, but I thought having this little entertaining area at the back would be really great for if she ever does have any friends over because they could just hang out at the back, not inside, because her house is so little and small. But what I imagined was these houses, like if this house was here, you could also fit like 3 of them on this lot. So these houses would be good little townhouses, little long skinny ones. I imagine that would be really good, but we can't have that in The Sims. We can't really make our own apartments, so we can't do that. But just getting in some random decorations out the back. I imagine that, yeah, at the back she just puts everything because there's not enough room in her house. So she just like gets everything in the back, like her barbecue, her entertaining area. There's another dining area at the back, which I thought was a good idea in case she ever does have more people over. And also I imagine her cat spends a lot of time outside. I imagine that they sit outside in the sun a lot. And just got in some workout gear as well because she did look like quite a fit nana because she had grey hair but she was quite fit. I think she's actually a young adult or an adult. But we are nearing towards the end of this build. I'm just going to head outside and move it forwards more. Not like that. That was not a good idea. Let's do that again. Yep, there we go. Just moving it forwards, and I do duplicate these fountains because the front yard was looking a little bit sad, and I add in some water fountains, which I think is really cool. And a cool feature, and just getting in some planting. But yeah, we are going to end this part very soon. I'll just take you on a little bit of a whiz around the house. But until the next part, I hope that you have a snazzy day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.